The first thing we're going to do is list the 8 archetypes that we discovered when we were creating characters in Dramatica that last week we learned about. First, of course, already mentioned, is the protagonist. Second was the antagonist. Now you'll notice an interesting thing about these two characters. They are diametrically opposed. They form a pair, a bonded pair. Whatever the protagonist is for, the antagonist is against. Now it's important to realize that the antagonist is not necessarily the villain. The villain is the character that the author portrays as being of ill intent. The character who is the hero, quote-unquote hero, is the one that the author portrays as being on the side of God, as it were, or God on his side. Now, you can have a character like James Bond who is really an antagonist. And why is James Bond an antagonist? Because protagonist is the character who starts the action, kicks things off, the self-starter. Antagonist is the one who tries to shut things down or prevent them or avoid them. James Bond does not begin a James Bond story. No, Goldfinger does, or the fellow in Tomorrow Never Dies, the newspaper fellow, he starts the problems. And once he's trying to accomplish something, then it's only then that James Bond gets involved and tries to stop it and shut it down. So by dramatic function alone, James Bond is an antagonist, and many other characters that you see are antagonists, even though they are the quote-unquote hero, meaning that the hero, in an emotional sense, is the character that we're rooting for. In a Dramatica sense, the hero is a protagonist who is also a main character, and we also root for them. So when you line up the audience appreciation of a character with their dramatic function and the point of view, you get something so archetypal that we can call them a hero. If we have a character that is trying to achieve something, and they also represent the audience position, but we are against them, that's one form of anti-hero. And if we have an antagonist that we root for, but he's trying to stop something, that's usually considered also a hero, just like James Bond. So in fact, our heroes are described by who we root for, not by what they do in the story. Dramatica tries to be more precise and says who we root for is based on how you tell the story. But the structure of the story, it's really based on what their function is. And that's how we can tell there must be somebody trying to achieve something, even if it's Goldfinger, and there must be somebody trying to stop it, even if it's James Bond. So this bonded pair here has a diametrically opposed relationship.